Hi, my name is Frank Smith and I'm the Fleet Key Account Manager at LSH Auto, the largest dealer of Mercedes-Benz globally. Today we are at the absolute glorious Mere Golf Club to talk about the new EQV, which is the first fully electric premium MPV from Mercedes-Benz. This vehicle is most probably the most misunderstood vehicle within our current range, and I thought what we'd do is show how multifaceted this vehicle can be. As you can see, the vehicle has 7 seats, even comes with a workable table, and has electric doors, and of course the fantastic Mercedes-Benz MBUX system as standard. So let's look at the benefits first. With no road fund licence, CO2 zero, which equates to a 1% benefit in kind, the car is voluminous. Some say room to swing a large cat, realistically room to carry at least 7 people quite easily. With 204 brake horsepower, 366 Newton meters of torque, it does 0 to 62 in 12.1 seconds, and also has the added benefit of 100% of the first year capital allowances write-down. Charging takes around 10 hours from a wall box, however charging between 10% and 80% with a 110 kilowatt charger takes about 45 minutes, enough time to have a comfort break, catch up on some emails and make some phone calls. If you live or work in a city with a clean air zone, then you will have nothing to pay if you enter it. The EQV comes in 3 main models: Sport, Sport Premium and Sport Premium Plus. The electric range of the EQV is around 211 miles. However, this would depend on driving style, topography, geography and of course what the weather's like. Let's hear from James Cubitt, our Van and Corporate General Manager, who is currently driving an EQV and is getting around about 250 miles out of a full charge. Hi James, I thought I'd discuss the EQV with you as you've been driving for a few months now.
Yeah.
And as you've had the benefit of driving the EQV for the last few weeks, what is the overall view of it?
Well, I mean, I've done near enough 4,000 miles in an EQV now, and I have to say it was a little bit, how's it going to be? You know, what's the driving sort of style between sort of normal sort of petrol or diesel into fully automatic, and it's been amazing. The actual drive of the car is so smooth, it's unreal. And I think because it's also electric, you don't get any of the normal sort of noise now, except that some people might like the noise of perhaps sort of an engine or an AMG engine. You don't get that. It is a complete different sort of driving experience. One of the biggest things that I have noticed is how much more smooth and more calm that I've actually sort of been. It's just taken away some of the actual sort of maybe stresses of driving. It's no longer there.
Right, that's interesting, isn't it? Did you have any range anxiety when you first took the car, do you think?
Yeah, I did, and there was a couple of reasons for that. One, the home charging system wasn't installed, and actually when I took the car, you don't actually get a 3-point plug, which in some of the other cars I've had, like a hybrid, you would get that as well as a charging cable. So when I first had it, I was like, well, how's it going to work? What am I going to do in order to sort of charge the car? Given the fact that primarily I would want to charge the car at home overnight, and I couldn't do that. However, thankfully the installation was quite quick after I took it. It was around about a week to 10 days, I think. So I did go through a number of sort of Tesco's and sort of apps to being able to sort of look at those charging points at that time. Once the home charger was installed, it's been effortless. I've not sort of had to sort of consider in terms of range anxiety, the planning of the routes. Maybe sometimes you've got to think perhaps sort of 48 hours in advance. But apart from that, it's never become a problem.
Because you primarily cover Birmingham and Stockport for the whole of the corporate fleet department. How has that affected the mileage on your vehicle?
When you look at the brochure, and the brochure is around about 200 miles, 202, 210 I think it is the range which it's being given. So I looked at it and I thought, well actually that's viable for what type of distance to which I do. And then when I started getting the vehicle, the first day I got the vehicle and I was playing around with the controls, and a set off, and it went down to 174. I was like, this might be a bit of a problem. And what soon became apparent is how you drive, and actually some of the other items that you put in. So from argument's sake, air conditioning, each fan level drops the mileage down. Air conditioning itself drops the mileage down. You want to charge the phone, it drops the mileage down, and various other things. So things that you started to sort of take for granted when you're in a normal, traditional ICE vehicle, they apply differently when you're in an electric vehicle. And not that I consciously started to sort of think about those things in reality, but what happened during the course of that period of time and understanding how your driving characteristics properly alter the miles of what you're able to get out of it, I've actually gone the opposite way. And fair enough, the weather conditions do play a big part in this, but my maximum that I've actually got is 251 miles versus the book which said around about 210.
Wow. Did you have to stop in between stops, if you like, so from going from Stockport to say Erdington?
The only time where that has come as part of it, so you put in your destination where you want to go. Ordinarily, you put in your postcode in your sat nav. This is no different. And what it actually did, it calculated there was a problem en route, and it diverted. So the sat nav physically took me by a DC charging point, and it actually told me in order to get to where I needed to be, I need to DC charge for about 12 minutes, and therefore I would get to my destination in X. As it happens, when I was en route towards that DC charger, my normal route cleared up, and I was able to continue the journey as I ordinarily would do. So I haven't experienced what you've sort of said, but nevertheless, the system itself realised and would have actually done it for me.
Well, thanks for talking to us today.
No problem.
And I'm glad that you like the EQV.
Thanks very much, Frank. Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to watch the video, and a massive thank you to beautiful Mbeya Golf Club for hosting us today. If you would like to know more information on any of our EQ range, or want to discover how we can help you with your fleet requirements, then please feel free to contact me on the telephone number below, or feel free to contact us through our social media sites as well. Thank you, and I hope to hear from you soon.